Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I'm making this video here and I wanted to talk to you about, I'm just reading off my spreadsheet. Basically guys, I have lost, before we do that quick wristwatch check, I'm wearing the Sky Dweller. Guys, I have lost thousands. I have lost thousands of dollars in my wristwatch portfolio. That's right, guys. And I got to be totally honest with you. I think it's time you got to be truthful and work out how much you have actually. I always do a spreadsheet to see the valuations. Basically, my spreadsheet tells me the watch with the serial number, the service date, or the purchase date, the price I paid. I then have a couple columns. I have low secondhand, which is that's what I think I could get for it. A dealer may not give me that much, but it's low secondhand for quick sale. Then I've got high secondhand, which is what a dealer would sell it for. I've then got retail, and then I've got a column which looks at how I paid for it. Often I've used a credit card or a loan to pay for an item, and I've put details there. Why have I done that? Well, in Australia, if you make a big capital gain, you're subject to capital gains tax. So obviously, if you've borrowed, there's the cost of that capital, you can claim a bit of a deduction, offset some of the profit against the interest costs. So I just make a note of that, because if I do sell a piece, I can factor in some interest costs. Now, the other thing is too, in Australia, as far as capital gains tax go, now I'm not an accountant, so please seek independent advice. But basically, if you keep an asset for over 12 months, you then get a 50% discount reduction on the tax you pay. So if you bought something for $20,000 and you sell it for $25,000, your $5,000 profit is subject to buy something for $20,000, sell it for $25,000, $5,000 profit. That's considered income, and it depends what marginal tax rate you're on. But if you have had that item for more than 12 months, you divide that by 2, because you get a 50% concession. So that's why I keep a spreadsheet, and then you can subtract costs. Say you had that watch service, well, that's an expense against that item. Say you bought a link, say you bought a box or literature to go with the watch, and say you financed it, well, the interest costs would be a deduction offset against, if you had it over 12 months, the $2,500. So okay guys, just having a look at my spreadsheet here, and I gotta tell you, in complete honesty, I have literally lost thousands. I'd say I'm easily $20,000 down. 20,000. Now, a lot of my watches weren't hype watches, so I haven't had bigger losses. Let's go through some of these pieces, and I'll tell you some examples. Okay, my Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. I paid $6,500 for that piece, but that was a long time ago. I got that for my 40th birthday. I'm about to turn 50, so that's 10 years. I value that watch at about $10,000. This is all prices in Australian dollars. It's about 7,000 US. Okay, it could be a bit more. But let's be realistic. I don't think that's moved anywhere. It's just been flat. And it's basically just kept pace with inflation. Well, if anything, I've lost money. Then we got the Omega Speedmaster, the 1861, the big box, baby. And okay, that one there, I got that from MJT. He gave it to me for 45. Well, I paid 4 plus I had to pay tax. 4,500 all in. Okay, so those were selling at retail 7-8. I think that's fallen in the last month from about 6,500 to about, it's probably worth 6 now. Okay. My Patek 5035 annual calendar, the 37mm, little bit small. I got the complete box set for that. And I've got it serviced by Patek. It owes me about 23.5. That's because of the service. I got a new strap, and I got a box. I got a second box. I got 2 boxes for that. So 23.5 Aussie it owes me. I think it was probably worth 30, probably in the height 32. See, it wasn't a huge valuable watch. Now I reckon if I wanted to sell it, 27.5 Aussie. And particularly in Australia, that's a hard move because it's a dealer wouldn't buy it outright. He'd want it on consignment. Otherwise, he'd slaughter you in the teens, I suggest. My world time, 5110. So that watch owes me about 27,000. Again, double. I've got the new box, the old box. I've full service. It owes me about $27,000 Aussie. Now I said that watch there went to about 40,000 in the peak, 40,000 Aussie in the peak. I reckon now if I wanted to sell it, 35 Aussie. 5127 white gold Calatrava automatic. Now I've got an extra buckle because I've got I've got the deployment buckle and I've got the original Tang buckle so it owes me about 19,000. Actually, it owes me a bit more. It owes me about 21,000 if you put the deployment buckle in. I would have thought it'd be worth about 30. Now I'm saying 26.5. 5196 yellow gold. Now they were going crazy. I would have said that would have been almost high 20s Aussie. Now I'd say a couple of weeks ago 25,000. Now I'd say to sell it 23.5 Aussie. Explorer 2. Okay, so that's the Patek. So the Pateks, what's happened with the Pateks? My Pateks haven't fallen huge amounts. They've still fallen. They haven't fallen massive amounts, and they are harder to sell. Whereas before, if I put one of those on the market, it would have sold very quickly. Now, it's going to be a slow sale. So the buyers have dried up. Also, if I went to a grey market dealer, instead of him buying it at a fair price, he would absolutely slaughter me if I wanted money immediately. So, as I said, capital has become harder to get. It's a big thing. So, haven't lost huge money on the Pateks. I've actually, compared to what I paid for them, I haven't lost. I'm still making money. Mind you, the cost of money, I've put a lot of money's gone into this. The cost of that money ain't free, Charlie. So you can see prices have come down. What would I say? Prices have come down probably 10 to 15%. 15%, I would say that they have come down there. Let's look at some Rolex. So I had the Explorer 2, 42mm, the 216570. That's not the latest one because remember they upgraded the movement to 72-hour power reserve. So that there I would say that was about 17 or an $18,000 watch a couple months ago. Now, 15 Aussie, 15,000 Australian. The Z Blue, it was also very, very hot. I'd say it's worth probably the same as the Explorer 2, 15,000 Aussie. Submariner date, 41 mil. Now this here has gone, see, this would have been low 20s, 22, 23. Now I put that down, 18 Aussie. That's what I think I would seriously, if I wanted to sell it now, that's what. And don't forget too, with my one, it was purchased December 2020. So 2 years old. That's not super old, but you know, obviously it had that cachet when it was under 12 months old. It had that more cachet. Skydweller. Well, this was a gift, but I would have said, you know, this was a $40,000 watch in the peak. 40,000 Australian. 40,000 Australian. What's it now? And I got to be totally honest with you. What's it now? I reckon it'd be high 20s. I reckon 28 Aussie would be the money on that there. I got a few ladies pieces. What's happened with those? Well, the Cartier Banois, 18K Cartier Banois, which is a 16,600 retail price. I reckon it was probably 5,000 or 6,000 in the peak. It's probably now a $4,500 watch. Two ladies Constellation quartz, steel on a bracelet, beautiful, nice, modernish. I got a medium size and a small size. The medium is a white dial, the small size is a gray dial. I think in the peak they would have been about $1,500. Now $1,250. So that they haven't lost 10%. They lost 10%. A little bit of money, you know. Because they weren't hype. They weren't hype. They were stable critters. And they've actually gone up a bit. A year or two before that, they would have been $1,000 Aussie watch. Now, you know, they just and they've fallen a bit, but nothing crazy. Ladies, Rolex 69173 serial number 1993, classic two-tone with a salmony pink dial with Romans. Great watch. Naked box but no papers. Now I would have thought in the peak that would have been a $6,500 watch. I reckon now that is a $5,000 watch. I had it fully serviced, overhauled. It's absolutely schmicko. I got a box for it, did everything difficult. Then of course Cartier Tank Francais. I bought that brand spanking new. It cost me $5,100. What's it worth now? I reckon it'd be worth $4,000. Still got a lot of warranty on it. It's less than a year old, but it obviously secondhand is not brand spanking. And I would have said in the peak it would have probably been it's 4.5. So that's none of that stuff has lost. Now, just to give you a idea, I've got a list of retail prices, retail replacement prices for all of my watches here. And retail replacement is about 310,000 Australian dollars. At the peak, I would have said, you know, my collection possibly 250 Australian dollars. Now we're looking about 220. So I've lost $30,000. And you've got to be realistic. The reality is every sector in the watch market is affected. These idiots that come out and say, oh, Richard Mille hasn't been affected. Well, guess what? It has been affected, because where you had people who would take a punt, speculative punters, they're few and far between now. So it's going to be a much slower sale. It's affected everything. Even myself, I am $30,000 down. 30,000. And you know, I don't have none of that stuff there is really I mean the hype stuff. Well, the more popular in my case would have been the Omega Speedmaster. That's a popular watch. The Sub Date, the Ladies Datejust, the Cartier, and say the Explorer and the Z Blue. They'd be kind of, they were the most hyped. They were never super hyped watches. This is the thing, guys. I am $30,000 down in the space of 2 months. Yeah, I'd say 2 months. Space of 2 to 3 months, I am $30,000 down. Now, I didn't even realize it 2 months ago that was the peak. You never know this. You never know. I just delusional fantasist. It's gonna go more. Well, there you go, guys. I am $30,000 down. I am $30,000 down. And that's the reality that it is. That is the reality that it is there, guys. That's reality. That is the reality. That's the reality. I am $30,000 down. I'm not selling. It's okay. I don't. I'm just telling you, this is the reality. There you go. So my collection, 30,000. What's that? It's probably 10, 15%. 15%. I reckon I'm 15% down. There you go, guys. That is the truth. That is the nasty, vicious truth. I am down. Of course I'm down. Everybody in this industry is down. Guys, how much money have you lost? How bad is it for you? I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments below, and I will see you in the next one. And Danny, if you're watching this video here, I'd love to catch up. Sometimes I do go down to Melbourne. I know you're in Geelong. I'd love to make a video with you, or even just see you and have lunch with you. Danny Hayes, the $1 Million Bogan. Highly recommend. I love him to death. Authentic, genuine. He's more successful than me. Well done, Danny. I'd love to catch up. So if you're watching this, Danny, please get in touch. My email's down in the description, ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. Danny, I love your work. I love your work, Danny. And I love your Beamers. I love the Beamers. I don't know why you don't ride motorcycle Beamers. That's the best bikes in the world. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about DavidSW. DavidSW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at DavidSW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to DavidSW. I would highly recommend DavidSW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to DavidSW. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and today guys, I'm very proud to introduce a new sponsor of the ArchieLuxury and the Paul Pluta channels. Who am I talking about? WatchShopping.com, WatchShopping.com. Check them out, guys. Jump online, check out WatchShopping.com. These guys here have been in business since 2017. Worldwide shipping and distribution. Over 10,000 wristwatches in inventory. Stock in hand, and 90 plus different brands, new and pre-owned. Now, the good thing about WatchShopping.com, trusted by over 4,000 reviews on Chrono24 and Trustpilot. Your one-stop shop to buy any watch your heart desires. Please, guys, check out WatchShopping.com, WatchShopping.com, WatchShopping.com. I'm ArchieLuxury, and check out WatchShopping.com. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.